All right, so here we are for week 3 predictions, and the records are not looking good. Um, so, uh, I guess on the bright side, I am ahead. I mean, my bright side, I suppose, but on the low side, I have a losing record still because both of us went 4-12 last week. So our totals, I'm 15-17, you're 11-21. So we both got some ground to pick back up.
I don't know if anyone's quite ahead in this one.
Yeah.
Both of us are losers right now.
Because there's been so many upsets and teams that have just shocked us with how bad they've been. It's just hard to grasp. Like some of these divisions, you see it's a 4-way tie.
Yeah, it's been a crazy season, but let's not waste any time and get into a first very interesting matchup between the Steelers and the Browns.
Oh,
Now,
goodness.
the Steelers got upset last week, I would say. That's
Yeah.
definite. They looked great week 1 against the Bengals, who haven't looked that great. So how good really were they? We don't know. But the Patriots looked terrible, and they still looked bad last week, but the Steelers just looked bad too.
Yeah. I'm going with the Browns myself, only because their defenses look good and Nick Chubb has just been dominant. One of the best running backs.
Kobe Brissett's still starting, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with the Browns as well. I think he's not a game winner, but he can at least manage it enough to allow the running backs to win that game for him.
Yeah, and the Steelers, their offense just does not look good at all. Mitchell Trubisky has been disappointing, and Najee Harris even has been pretty disappointing. So that's where I'm going.
Let's go Browns on that one.
Yep. Then we got a battle of the winless teams. I don't want to say
Titans have
teams.
looked really bad defensively. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And
And
have been able to take advantage of them.
and offensively, they've looked pretty terrible.
Yeah, I haven't really kept up. I mean, I'm assuming Derrick Henry hasn't done great because I haven't heard a ton about him this year.
Yeah, I think he had I'm going to check, but I think he only averaged 1.5 yards a carry against the Bills.
Matchup of the disappointing offenses.
Yeah.
The Raiders, they get in Devontae Adams, still haven't done that great. And below that 20-point lead, we only have to talk about how bad that was.
Yeah.
The Titans struggle to get anything going offensively. I'm going to have to go with Raiders on this
Yeah,
one.
I'm going with Raiders. And Derrick Henry, week 1, 21 for 82 rushing, but against the Bills, 13 for 25 and a touchdown. So
I'm gonna stick with Raiders just like you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like neither of these teams are gonna really get going too well, but I don't trust the Titans defense enough to stop the Raiders offense.
Yeah.
Eventually the Raiders are gonna do good. They just have too many weapons. So.
Yeah. All right, then we got Ravens and Patriots. I'm gonna go with Ravens. I think they bounce back. The defense makes up for letting Lamar down last week.
I mean, I have to go with my MVP Lamar over there. And give me another 42 and fantasy beat up on those Patriots. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, which the Patriots surprised me last week, but their offense still has
I think
issues.
It might have been more of the Steelers are that bad offensively than the Patriots are. The Patriots were just the first team to make a big play in that game, and that's why they won.
Yeah, so
it was just it was kind of a mid fest.
Yeah.
And now we have. Seems like so many of these matchups are kind of just weird. The Bengals and the Jets. I think the Bengals are going to win this, but if you told me 2 weeks ago I'd be double thinking or questioning myself in this, I would say you're crazy.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. Because first thought is Bengals, but I mean
that's what I'm saying. If you told me in the off season that I would be debating whether the Jets would win this game or not, I would probably bet you $1,000 that I wouldn't, and I'd be out of $1,000 right now.
Yeah, because I mean
they just don't look that great.
Yeah, and they couldn't beat the Cooper Rush led Cowboys, and jeez.
I want to pick the Jets, but I just have a hard time seeing the Bengals starting out 0-3.
Well, here to make things different, I'll go with the Jets here. Give us
I'll stick with the Bengals just so we have a different pick there.
Yeah. And then another one. I think the Colts are going to have to bounce back too, but I'm not picking against the Chiefs. Not right now.
I'm taking Chiefs all the way on that one. That one doesn't really need a description. Even after losing Tyreek Hill, they almost look better than they did last year.
Yeah, and I don't know what the Colts are doing offensively.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be very scary if the Chiefs could get a good offensive line, because Patrick Mahomes is amazing on the run, but it feels like every play he's about to get sacked.
Yeah.
So we're both going Chiefs on that one.
Yep.
And now we have what is this the Sunday night game?
No. This is.
Or is it just the Sunday?
I think it's just a Sunday morning or afternoon game.
Okay.
It's
a 49ers and Broncos play Thursday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This could be possibly game of the week. I mean, I don't really know. You're going Dolphins?
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins on this one. Tua's going to keep his streak going.
I'm going
Bad
Bills.
Choice, but I want to upset.
Yeah.
Bills look really good. Josh Allen's really good. I could see this being a blowout, but I really want the Dolphins to win. So
yeah,
I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
I think this will be like the surprising rivalry, because all during the offseason, all we've seen is, Burrow and Lamar being talked about, and Herbert and Mahomes, and everybody's kind of slept on Tua.
You never saw anything positive about Tua. Everything was always negative.
Yeah, and
last week he really showed him up.
Yeah, last week he looked like Alabama Tua for one of the few times in the NFL, and
Yeah, I'm pretty confident he can become kind of that Russell Wilson type guy.
Yeah,
but you just got to be consistent.
I've seen a lot of comparisons too to like a Drew Brees, which I could see that too.
Probably a little less mobile than Russell Wilson was.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get that upset. I won't be mad if they don't. This is all for fun, but I would like to see the Dolphins win that game.
Yeah. But I think the Bills are the best team in the NFL personally right now.
Oh yeah, I think they are too. But I want the Dolphins to win.
Yeah. Next one is an interesting one too, but I'm going with Chargers. The only thing that worries me is Justin Herbert, his injury.
Yeah.
But
I think the Jaguars are, they're still a couple pieces away from being consistently good, but they showed last week that they can be good. It's just, maybe the Colts are terrible. I doubt that's the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts are 0-2 now, or 0-2-1 by our prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think the Jaguars kind of have a hangover week this week, and they don't do quite as well as they did last week.
Yeah. But then we have in the AFC versus NFC games, we got the Texans and the Bears. I'm going to go with Texans here.
We'll always pick against the Bears, as we know from our first two videos, so Texans for both of us.
I just think the Texans, they seem to be kind of inconsistent, but I mean, they almost beat the Broncos last week, and that was playing out very good. They just need to get. It seems like they also haven't involved Brandon Cooks as much as they did previously. So I think if they just get things rolling, and
best quarterback out of the draft.
Yeah, it looks like it so far, and I don't think the Bears even trust Justin Fields to throw the balls.
They don't to throw more than 10 yards down the field, and not that it's their fault. I mean, it kind of seemed like against us Sunday night he couldn't throw more than 10 yards down the field, but maybe he's good, but he's like 40-year-old Drew Brees. He just can't throw yards.
Yeah.
And next up we have 49ers and Broncos. Now the 49ers have Jimmy G starting his first full game this season.
Yep.
I got to go with 49ers on this.
Yeah, I'm going the same. I think
Broncos haven't looked good.
Yeah, they haven't looked good, and I mean, hate to say it, I feel bad for Trey Lance that he is out for the year, but I think the 49ers, I mean. Yeah, I think I always hate to see someone get injured, but I think right now Jimmy Garoppolo is the better choice for them, which I mean, I understand why you wanted to move on. You want to get the young guy, get him some experience, but the 49ers seem like last year they were on the verge of the Super Bowl again. It's like they're built to win now, and Jimmy G is like seems like the perfect guy to kind of do it because he's done it 2 years in a row
consistently for 2 years.
Back-to-back two AFC championships and one Super Bowl. So
so,
now the NFC.
I hate to see Trey Lance get injured, but it's probably better for the 49ers this season. And as we get into the NFC matchups, we have Vikings-Lions first.
Oh, boy.
Vikings lost a weird game.
Yeah,
Very weird game.
It's weird because the Vikings, I said it, I thought they looked like a top 5 team after week 1, and they looked like bottom 5 last week, which I don't know if it's the Kirk Cousins primetime curse striking back or what,
I'm
but
going with the Vikings on this one.
yeah, they are going to be at home. I'm going to pick them to bounce back, but I would not be shocked for the Lions.
I like the Lions a lot. I like Dan Campbell. Have you been keeping up with their Hard Knocks or whatever?
Yeah, I've seen some stuff about
seen
that.
clips from that, and they just seem like a really likable team, but I don't think they're good yet. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this.
I would love for the Lions to come out. I mean, I know you wouldn't, but the Lions come out as the winner of the division.
As long as we come out in the second spot, I'm fine with the Lions doing it because it seems like every year we have a divisional bye or division week bye, we always lose anyways. So
yeah,
I'm fine playing in the wild card, honestly. But yeah, I don't. As long as the Vikings and the Bears don't win the division, I'm fine. And next up, we have the Eagles and the Commanders, or as some of our my Mr. Graves coworkers would say, the Commandos. I don't know if you've heard that one yet.
I have not heard that one.
A certain Eagles fan says that sometimes.
The Commandos. Oh, nice.
He said Commandos. What a dumb name. I've never heard something like that.
Commandos actually sounds cooler than Commanders, not gonna lie. But
honestly,
the Washington Commandos get Rambo as their mascot. But I'm gonna pick Washington here. I think they'll bounce back after a disappointing game against the Lions. And the Eagles might be riding a little high off their dominant win. Which, I mean, I'm going to say Justin Hurts. Jalen Hurts looked really good, but I'm picking the Commandos.
On this one. I'm going to go with the Eagles on this. I've picked the Commanders to win every week this year so far.
Yeah.
They're the first 2 videos, so I'm going to change it up because they have disappointed me just a little bit. But I think, Jalen Hurts has been really good. He's going to continue to be really good. I don't think he's as good as, they try to say he is.
Yeah.
But he's still a great quarterback. And honestly, from what I saw him at Alabama, I never thought he'd be in the NFL, and I'm surprised he's come this far, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and I don't know, he just looked kind of like more, I was going to say Lamar, but kind of more like Josh Allen. He seems to just...
Yeah, at Alabama, he was such a dominant runner, he didn't really ever develop his passing game, and it's kind of crazy to see how quick that's caught on for him. Because, he was so unreliable in that area usually, but so Eagles for me, Commandos for you. And Saints Panthers next up. This is a weird matchup too because the Panthers have been disappointing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the underdog here, the Panthers. I'm gonna pick them to win.
I want to pick them to win, but I feel like we said they were gonna win week 1, and then last week we're like, they're gonna bounce back again.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they're gonna win because the Saints aren't that great offensively, so I'll stick with the Panthers with you on that one.
I also just want Baker to finally get a win and have a good game.
Watch out, they might bench him for Sam Darnold at this point.
No, they can't do that. Sam Darnold's still injured. Bench him for PJ.
Injured over, they bring Will Greer back.
Yeah.
And Falcons Seahawks now.
Oh man!
I'm under the impression that I think the Seahawks may not win another game.
Yeah,
I really think they might not.
They definitely did not keep up their. They must have just wanted to stick it to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think they used up all their magic taking down Russell Wilson, and now they're going to be terrible the rest of the season.
I'm good with Falcons here. I think they'll finally get their first win. Marcus Mariota played pretty good.
Seahawks just kind of had a Cinderella story in week 1.
Yeah.
And we're probably, as much as I would hate to say it, we're probably going to start seeing what Geno Smith looked like back in the day over the next few weeks.
The Cinderella story, it hit midnight.
Yeah. I know.
The fairy godmother, Pete Carroll, disappeared.
They never returned the cleats. It didn't. And now we have the story of, or another matchup of, we keep saying it, even more disappointing teams this year.
Yeah.
The Rams and the Cardinals.
The Cardinals look good. You had a big comeback last week.
Yeah. I just, they're so talented and they're so good, you feel like they should never be in that situation in the first place. And after their meltdown at the end of last season, I just don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals here, just because the Rams, even though they won, that they just have not looked good. The Falcons, and they.
Yeah, the Falcons almost came back.
It was I think it wasn't like a 4-point game or something because the Falcons got a safety.
Yeah, I think wasn't it at 1 point 28-3?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I saw that meme. They can't.
Is the reverse.
Yeah, I think I'll probably stick with you on this one and go Cardinals.
Yeah, and then we got. Oh wait, go ahead.
And you can go ahead because I was just gonna say something about this matchup. You know who I'm picking. So,
yeah, you're picking one of the Bays.
Yeah, I'm going with Tampa. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going with Green Bay for this matchup.
I am too.
The Packers and the Bucks.
Thinking Aaron Rodgers finally gets some chemistry with at least one of his receivers. I mean, one of them got to connect with him.
I liked what I saw last week. Sammy Watkins got going. He's always had chemistry with Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
And I really liked relying on the run game first. We don't have the greatest receiving core, so you got to get that run game going. Then they start looking at the play actions, and it opens up a lot more for the receivers. So I like that scheme.
And the Bucks, they're lacking a lot of offensive weapons.
I did see that Godwin and Julio Jones were also questionable now, so there's a chance that they'll be back. But I think the Packers take this one.
Yeah, because I think you said Julio is out.
I think he's questionable now, so there's a chance that him and Chris Godwin come back.
Yeah, but because Mike Evans is suspended for the game,
so he's definitely gone.
So I mean, if Godwin and Julio aren't there, it's gonna be what Cole Beasley coming in after getting signed today, and then Scotty Miller and Russell Gage. Like, I don't know.
Be rough for them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Packers, and then last game.
Last game is a big rivalry game. We've got the Dallas Cowboys and then quite possibly the worst team to ever touch the football, the New York Giants. I would just have to come up with a new insult for them every episode.
And I got to pick my Giants. I mean, they've surprised me. Things haven't always looked pretty. Both those games I thought they were going to lose, and they somehow found – that's the biggest thing. They haven't looked great, but they found a way to win. And at the bottom line, I think they can do it.
I'm picking Giants, too, on this one.
If Dak is there, I'm questioning it, but I don't know. I
think you got to take into account even with Dak, the Cowboys' offense didn't look great against Tampa Bay. I'm not saying y'all's defense is the same as Tampa Bay. Obviously, it isn't, but I'm not. Y'all aren't a terrible defense either.
Yeah, so. I really liked, which the defense I don't think has even been talked about that much, but because Wink Martindale is the defensive coordinator now, and what is it? Like the first two drives last week, they had a fumble recovery on the kickoff to start the game, and then their opening drive they had another fumble. So
I think y'all really have to get Saquon going this week, though.
Yeah.
He had that great week one, and then last week he was kind of back down to where we expect him to be.
Yeah, that's the thing. It seemed like they tried to make it more pass-centric, but it wasn't a lot of yardage.
So much. I feel like, using Saquon in the receiving game and then using him on those stretches where he can get out to the outside and make guys miss is where he needs to be used. And that's something y'all have to emphasize because, in my opinion, he's far and away when he's playing well, he's y'all's best offensive player.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I just hope
going with Giants on there.
I think the biggest thing is there's the lack of trust between either Daniel Jones and the receivers or just the coaches and the receivers because Kenny Golladay has been bumped down in the depth chart. They bumped him down to give David Sills some playing time, Richie James to get some playing time, and I also saw Brian Daboll's been talking to free agent receivers because they're not completely happy with their receiver group, which is like Kenny Galladay's been
way to boost confidence to your guys.
Yeah, which Kenny Golladay has been almost non-existent. Darius Slayton, I don't know if he's had like one catch through the first 2 weeks. Like Kadarius Toney hasn't been used, which I don't know. It's really been Sterling Shepard and Richie James has been our guys. But
hopefully for all of America, y'all can beat the so-called America's team on Monday
and show
night.
them that the Giants are the only America's team.
hopefully. I would really like that. But
if things turn out the way that we get, or I've got at least, the 3 undefeated teams would be the Chiefs, Bills, and Giants. So we got some elite company right there.
3 undefeated teams. I would have the Chiefs, Dolphins, Eagles, and Giants as undefeated if everything goes my way.
Yeah.
And, I'm interested to wonder if either of us can have a decent record at least this week.
Hopefully so. Really tough. And if things go the way we got it now, my winless teams would be the Titans, Colts, and Bengals. So,
I think I would only have the Colts and Titans still as winless, which is very crazy to even say.
Yeah.
But so it's gonna be an interesting week to say the least. Hopefully, I can. What I haven't had a positive record yet in either of these first 2 videos.
Yeah, so I lost mine.
Maybe I can at least get it to positive. I'm not even talking like good. I'm talking like even or a little bit above.
Yeah.
But both of us have struggled over this, and I'm feeling okay about this week. How are you feeling about yours?
I'm feeling pretty confident. Some of them, like the Jets, I don't know about, but I mean, let's see. How many different ones did we have? I think
we had Bengals, Dolphins. Yeah. I think we had Eagles and Commanders.
Yeah.
And then I think that might have been it.
Yeah, so just 3 different ones.
3 different ones this week. It's kind of hard to disagree on all of them because I don't want to just pick to disagree with you. And like some of them, I'm like, well, it's obvious this team's gonna win, and then you're like, well, I'm choosing this team.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep every pick with him, but I don't want to choose ones just because I want to be different.
Yeah, that's like last week. The 3 that we had picked that turned out the way that we predicted were the Packers over the Bears, Bills over the Titans, and the Chiefs over the Chargers. Like 3 of the best teams in the NFL. But
yeah, so that is the final for this week 3 edition of our series where we go through every matchup in the NFL and give you our predictions. Hope you guys all enjoy this. As always, check out his channel, link in the description down below. Hit the like button on both of our videos, subscribe. Thank you guys for all watching this video, and we will both see you all next time. Adios from me.
I guess from me too.